I got it right quite a few years ago. And for this particular time, what I did, I was just disgusted. I was tired of being prophesied to that I had to let go, that I had to forgive. I was tired of it because, like I said, my mind was like, yeah, I want to forgive. Yeah, I'm going to forgive. I'm going to forgive. But my heart was not in it. My heart was still very hurt, very sore, very raw. And I didn't know how to forgive. I really didn't. One night I cried. I left church service and I just cried. I bawled and bawled and bawled for hours. My sister was trying to figure out what was wrong with me. My mother was trying to figure out what was wrong with me. They didn't know what was going on. I bawled and bawled and bawled, and I was too ashamed to even say that I'm just disgusted with myself for holding so much anger, bitterness, and rage. And I was just angry at the same time too. Like, God, I did not do anything. I didn't do anything to anybody, but people keep doing things to me, Lord. Why? I was such in a between a rock and a hard place. I was so hurt by all the things that was going on. All the hidden battles, all the evil that people were doing to me that only God knows. They were pretending in front of everybody else, but only God knows the evil that they done to me, because God is not a man. Well, point blank, he don't miss anything. That's all I'm gonna say. He's not a man that he should lie. When he say he's protecting you, he's protecting you. He'll never leave you nor forsake you. But here I am being hurt by people. They're hiding and hurting me. Nobody realized what was going on. I realized what was going on, but they were hurting me. And there were other people that were doing many things. People thought I was crazy. In this walk, people thought I was crazy. People was like, why would this be happening to you? You know, hey, whatever. But I was going through it and I was hurt and I wanted to let go because I didn't want that to be the reason why I didn't receive my blessings. I had to make a decision. So I stayed up. It wasn't my plan to stay up, but I stayed up. I cried every tear of every ocean. I cried and cried and cried. And I cried out to God and I prayed and I told him I didn't want to be this way. I cried. I bawled. When it's that gut wrenching cry, I cried so much. I was so disgusted of myself. So ashamed. Here, God, I gave my life to Christ. I was baptized. I was baptized and I gave my life to Christ, and I was still struggling with unforgiveness. And there's many people in the church who still struggles because many people don't face the reality of things. We think we're okay when we're not. But I thank God that he never left me. I thank God that he reminded me every chance he could. So YouTube. YouTube was one of the things that I turned to. And that's why I'm very big on testimony. I turned to YouTube because I love testimonies. So I just started going on YouTube and I started researching testimonies on learning how to forgive. And when I say I watch testimony after testimony after testimony, and I just started saying, Linda, I don't know what is wrong with you. These people forgave these things that you have not even experienced or even thought of. And you're harboring all these emotions. These people, I'm not saying that what I went through wasn't serious, but Lord, the testimonies that I was seeing, God showed me, Linda, let it go. These people forgave these despicable experiences that they've gone through. They forgave, they loved, they prayed, and everything. And it was probably like going on 6 in the morning where I was watching testimony after testimony, and I was just going through the instructions. I was praying for these people. I was asking God to release them. I was asking God to help them. I was asking God to bless them. I was asking God to heal my heart. I asked God to come in. When I say I had probably the longest conversation with God that night, it was the longest for me. At that point, I left service. I don't even know. I probably got home maybe like 10, and I was 6 in the morning, I believe. I was up crying out to God, watching these testimonies, and I was searching my heart. I was doing a survey of my heart to let go of these people. And I did. I did. And Papa gave me confirmation that I did. And I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, I'm finally free. I'm finally free. God showed me that I was free. I was finally free, and I was so happy. But, and it's a big but, as I was living on my victory and my happiness and I'm grateful to God that you showed me how to forgive, I guess I was naive to think that just because I forgave and just because I released these people that they had stopped on their pursuit to kill me spiritually or to kill me naturally. That's for a later story. So here I am, happy that I let go of these people and I was able to look them in the eye and just say, I forgive this person. I don't hold anything. And they continued on with their attacks on me. And that was that. I mastered the forgiving part, but I did not master the forgive them 70 times, 70 times. Well, 70 times, 7 times, as the Bible says in Matthew 18, 21 through 22. So I backslide. I was still in church, still believing, and still trying to apply those tactics, but it hurt. And you know, when you backslide, there are more that you have to fight than the first time around. So I believe that's something that I've struggled with. And it took some time for me to get back to truly forgiving again. But that's for a later story. But if I can encourage anybody, it's not worth it. They're not worth it. The people who are attacking you, they're far more miserable than ever. If they could spend so much time attacking you and trying to put you down, talking about you and trying to make your life horrible, they are miserable. Miserable, miserable, miserable people. But God still loves those miserable people. I encourage you to pray. Ask God to forgive them. Truly pray. Ask God to heal your heart. Let them go. And live your life. Live that blessed life that God has already predestined for you to have.